There are 150 Jokers in Balatro, each with their own abilities. But which Jokers work the best when they're paired with another Joker? Well, today we're going to be going over the 15 best Joker combinations, and we're going to base it off of how high they can score and how good they are for gold stake runs. Each combo will consist of a core duo alongside with extra Jokers you can add to really get that flame going on the higher antes. Starting off with number 15, we have Swashbuckler and Gift Card. Swashbuckler gives molt based on the sell price of all your Jokers, and Gift Card increases the price of your Jokers by $1 every round. So at worst, you get plus 4 molt every round. Unless you have more than 5 Jokers, then you can get even more. Now this can be a really solid way to increase your base molt, and if you have a multiplicative Joker at the end, it can really boost your score. Not to mention, after a few antes, Gift Card has increased your Joker's sales price so high that you can really cash in on temperance value, getting up to $50 every time you see that tarot card, and that's game changing. You can keep an egg Joker with you to further boost the molt gain, and this can be a decent strategy for gold stake runs if it's available, but you won't get crazy high numbers without any multiplicative molt Jokers. For our next combo, we have Pareidolia and Saken Buskin. Pareidolia treats every card as a face card, and Saken Buskin re-triggers every face card, essentially making every card re-trigger when used. This is solid for gold stake runs since pretty much every enhancement you apply is automatically doubled, and you can pair this with business card to try to farm as much money as you can. Reverse parking and faceless Joker also benefit massively from Pareidolia, and you can get an extra plus 50 molt from a smiley face Joker and plus 250 chips from a scary face, all which help you contribute to consistent scores to help you beat gold stake. In terms of getting a high number, these two alone won't get you there unless maybe you have all polychrome red seal glass cards, but that's really just Saken Buskin carrying. So this combo is at number 14 for that reason. For number 13 on the list, we have the Wii and Hack Joker. Wii Joker adds 8 chips every time you score a 2, and Hack re-triggers cards from 2 to 5. If you can fix your deck to have majority 2s to the point where you're playing 5 of a kind or flush 5s, then you can scale 80 chips per hand with 5 2s. One of the best way to scale chips in really high levels. Bonus points if you can snag a Fibonacci Joker and gain an extra 16 plus molt for every 2 played. This won't get you insanely high scores, but if I'm being honest, I've never lost a gold stake run where I've had the Wii and Hack combo. For number 12 on the list, we have Blueprint and Perkyo. Now hear me out. Obviously, Blueprint is able to enhance almost every Joker to double its power, so it might feel like I'm cheating by including Blueprint in this list. But I think the Joker that benefits the most from Blueprint out of all of the 150 Jokers is Perkyo. The ability to mass duplicate any Tarot or Spectral card is supremely overpowered. It can quite literally break the game, allowing you to get nan ints with a multitude of strategies. Whether it's from copying a planet card so you can get 1.5x molt for each one you have if you have the Observatory voucher, or if you're trying to copy cryptid spectral cards so you can use that copy to copy steel cards for Mime to re-trigger it. But the downside for this is that it's super hard to run into both of these in the same run, and it's kind of unfair to use Blueprint in a Joker combo ranking list, but I don't care, it's my channel so I'm doing it. For number 11, we have Cano and Paridolia. Cano increases by 1x molt every time a face card is destroyed, and if you can snag a Pareidolia, then you can destroy literally any card and gain a stupid amount of molt. Hangman and Emulate are your new best friends, and you can also use glass enhancements to destroy even more cards. This is probably the best Joker to pair with Cano to really unlock its full power. This may be a little less reliable on a gold stake run, but it could definitely get your score to really high numbers on an endless run if you have a DNA to keep producing cards for you to destroy. Next up, we have Mary Andy and Yorick. Yorick is my gold stake savior. It increases by 1x molt every 23 cards discarded, so the more discards you can get, the better. And Mary Andy gives you an extra 3 discards, meaning on a gold stake run, you can increase Yorick by 1x molt every round guaranteed. And once you get Yorick online, it's gonna be pretty hard to lose a gold stake run. Extra discard vouchers and Jokers like Mail and Rebate or Castle can help deepen your run even more, since those all synergize with discarding. Next up, we have Glass Joker and DNA. Glass Joker increases by 0.75x molt per glass card destroyed, and if you use a DNA to give you a consistent flow of glass cards, you can get really consistent high scores. Not to mention the 2x molt you get from the glass enhancement anyways. Jokers like Oops All Sixes and any re-triggering Joker card like a Hanging Chat or Hack can really help boost these scores. Keep in mind though, just because you re-trigger a glass card, it doesn't increase the chances of it breaking. It's the same chance as if it never had any re-triggers. But still, re-triggering it gives you a lot of extra mult. 2x mult every time it re-triggers is a lot, and that adds up very quickly. Next up, we have Vagabond and Credit card. Now Vagabond is an interesting joker since it gives you a terror card for every hand played with less than $4. Essentially, you're just giving away your economy for a consistent supply of terror cards. But what if you could have the best of both worlds? Well, to an extent, you can achieve this with Credit card since it lets you go into debt for up to $20. This pretty much means you actually have a $24 spending limit each time. Credit card unleashes the full power of Vagabond since without it, it's pretty hard to be able to re-roll or buy anything in general when you're trying to stay under $4. Up next, we have Constellation and Astronomer. Constellation goes up by 0.1x mult every time a planet card is used, and Astronomer makes every planet card free. I absolutely love this combo because there's so many benefits to it. Not only are you scaling Constellation for free, but getting planet cards for free lets you use that money to re-roll into more free planet cards and even better jokers. Not to mention when you're scaling Constellation, you're also scaling a multitude of hands, and you're slowly building yourself a safety net to fall back on if you find yourself in a sticky situation, especially with the boss blind. Next up, we have Oops All Sixes and Bloodstone. Bloodstone gives every heart card a 1 in 2 chance of giving 1.5x mult, and Oops All Sixes makes that into a 2 out of 2 chance. Essentially, meaning every heart card has an invisible polychrome enhancement on it. If you can snag yourself some re-triggering jokers like Hack, Hanging Chad, Saken, Buskin, or Dusk, you can really farm off of the Bloodstone to get high scores. Not to mention, if you apply a Magician card to these hearts, Oops All Sixes will pay off big time with the mult and money proc chances increasing, and these will snowball into high scores and a lot more money. Next up, we have Tribullet and Sakin Buskin. Tribullet gives you 2x mult for every king and queen played, and Saken Buskin, as we already know, re-triggers face cards. This duo alone could give you a multiplier of 1024x mult after 5 kings or queens are played, and that's without any red seals or enhancements to the card. You can also add more re-triggering jokers like Dusk and Hanging Chad to further boost the mult like crazy. Not to mention, red seals can go a long way here too. When it comes to re-triggering cards, I love to put the Magician enhancement on the card since in my opinion, it has the best return on value. By maximizing re-triggers, you're increasing the chances that the lucky cards will trigger at least once, and the money trigger giving you $20 can stack up pretty quickly. This essentially lets you not worry about getting an econ joker since you're getting your money off of lucky cards, and you can use those joker slots for more scoring. This would be higher up on my list, but because it's so hard to acquire, I'm leaving it here. Next up, we have Midas Mask and Vampire. Midas Mask turns every face card into a gold card, and Vampire gains 0.1x mult every time you play an enhanced card, and it removes the enhancement after. Normally, Vampire removing the enhancement means you have to find another Tarot enhancement and apply it to the card and keep repeating that process. But with Midas Mask, you can easily loop through this to gain 0.5x mult every hand played. You're going to need to start with 5 gold cards. Then you make sure Vampire is before Midas Mask in your Joker slots. Vampire will take away the enhancement and Midas Mask will reapply it right away. And you'll gain 0.5x mult with an opportunity to do it again next time those cards come around. You can scale this to very high numbers, however, it is one of the more difficult setups in this list since you need to get 5 cards with enhancements to show up at the right time while you have Vampire and Midas Mask. But once you get it, it's a very good feeling. Next up, we have DNA and Hologram. Hologram gives you 0.25x mult for every card added to your deck, and DNA duplicates a card to add to your deck, meaning you can increase by 0.25x mult once every round. And if you're lucky enough to get a blueprint or brainstorm, this can increase more each time. Hologram seems unfair since it gives you multiplicative mult a lot easier than a joker like Vampire. But the only problem is, you're going to be bloating your deck so you can't draw the cards you want as consistently. But that's really only a problem in the beginning of this setup. Typically, you want your duplicate card to be an enhanced special card to get the most value, and after a few rounds of doing so, you should have enough of those cards to be able to draw it whenever you want. Assuming you're actively also trying to remove the other cards, whether it's through deaths or hanging man, or even using a glass card on cards you don't want to try to get them to break forever. For our penultimate duo, we have the famous Baron Mime build. Now Baron makes every king in your hand gain 1.5x mult, and Mime re-triggers every card held in your hand. basically copying Baron's ability and giving you an extra 1.5 mult per king. But Mime is so powerful in general since it can do so much more than just that. If you put a steel enhancement on a king, that's an extra 1.5x mult you can get. Add a red seal and it's even more. Diversifying your deck with gold cards and blue seals as well will have high returns, since Mime will essentially double their abilities, and over time it'll snowball into very consistent income and scoring. You can also use this duo to get to Nan Inf and break the game, although you will need the help of other jokers. If you guys want to see me break down every way to get Nan Inf, make sure to subscribe because I'm working on a video as we speak about that, so you don't want to miss it. And finally, the last Joker duo in my opinion that is the best combination in all of Balatro is Photograph and Hanging Chad. What a surprise, I know. Photograph gives 2x mult for the first case card played, and Hanging Chad re-triggers the first card at 2 extra times. Now it might not seem like much, but in gold stake runs, this duo is king. It is much easier to acquire since it's the only duo that I've listed that has both common jokers, so it's more likely to show up in the shop for you, and all you need is a face card to get it to 8x mult. It's not going to get you the highest scores compared to the other duos I listed, but it'll make your life so much easier and allow you to get consistent scores so you can use your money to keep strengthening your other joker slots. Also, does anyone know how the whole meme with the looks inside, sees photo Chad thing started? I literally see that meme all the time and I'm interested to know how it started. So if you guys know, let me know. And that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace!